Welcome, friends. It's your old pal, Sir Nigel, here with something very special. Another weird old DOS game that's a familiar game. It's Paperboy, but for DOS. How about a little intro? Let's get into this game. Using the joystick, you can hear the music is some of the most fantastic music you have ever heard in any game, anywhere. Now look at these graphics. Aren't these great? These graphics are so zoomed in, the game really isn't playable. Not to mention the controls. I mean, you can see how clicky everything is. Just clickety, clickety, clicky. The graphics themselves, or I should say the style of the graphics, are more similar to the Commodore 64 version than the Nintendo version. But the Commodore 64 graphics are actually better than this, as is the gameplay. This is unplayable. The Commodore 64 version is only mostly unplayable. With all the versions that I have played of this, I think the Nintendo version, the NES version, is the most playable and the best. It's also the most recognizable version. But this is something very special. Very special. There's even a demonstration mode. Who doesn't want that? Let's play again. You can speed up. This is going top speed. Now this is slowing down some. And hitting our targets. If you hold the button down, I believe you throw multiple papers rapid fire. Look at that. Just rapid fire those suckers. I suppose we should try to avoid those things, but again, the view is so zoomed in, you can't really see far enough ahead in the game to avoid that kind of stuff. And the maneuvering, the controls are so unique that you can't really avoid it anyhow. When you're looking for just the right space to squeak between a few things. We better slow down. No, you can't. Okay, I guess with that first house, you have to dodge to the left side of the fence, it looks like. We actually haven't missed any yet. I think that one counted. And you can't necessarily go by the color of the house either as to whether or not they're supposed to receive a paper. Because in the NES version, I think the yellow houses get papers and the red ones don't. But in this version, there are some houses that are different colors that still get papers. It's going to be a magical feat if we can actually get to the end of this course, whether all the papers are delivered or not. See, that one should have gone in, and I think, in the other versions, you can toss it in the garage and it still counts. But not in this version. I think I also noticed something. If you look at the lower right-hand corner of the screen, I think when you come up on a subscriber's house, it says subscriber on the screen. So there is more than one way to tell whether the house you're at is a subscriber or not. See, that one had a mailbox, but it didn't say subscriber on the screen. That's strange. I wonder if some of the non-subscribers have paper boxes anyhow. See, this one says subscriber. That's interesting. I think maybe in this... Oh, that was great. I think maybe in this version, even some of the non-subscribers have paper boxes. But they're only actually a subscriber if it says so on the screen, because there we hit that paper box quite clearly, but the paper didn't go in. That time, the screen said subscriber, we hit the paper box and it did go in. And again, we hit the paper box and nothing with that house, and it didn't say subscriber, same thing with that house. In other versions of the game, houses only have paper boxes if they are a subscriber, but it looks like in this version, a lot of the houses have paper boxes whether they're a subscriber or not, and you just have to go by what it says on the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Interesting. Interesting. So this is not a subscriber. A little bit more papers. This isn't a subscriber either. Barely dodge that. Great. This is a subscriber house with the good old double smackadooters. Triple smackadooters. The best kind of smackadooters. And of course the animations are fantastic. This is a subscriber. We'll carefully thread our way through here, and this is not a subscriber. I don't know if I would want to spend the time on it, but it would be very interesting to get very good at this terrible version of Paperboy. With the groovy music. I still keep trying to squeak through there. Let's just restart. We've already missed this house anyhow, so let's restart and try to actually go to the left side of the fence like I keep saying we should, to try to avoid that section. The sound effects when you're actually playing the game are amazing and practically non-existent. Oh. Okay, to the left side of the fence and then back around. Give them a paper. I think we missed. Oh, I think we missed again. That's beautiful. Oh well, our goal isn't really to get a perfect. Our goal is just to make it through the level. Holy crap! Have one of these. When you're in the road, there is absolutely no room to maneuver. So you automatically have to go to the farthest right you can in case there are any grates coming up. Now I suppose you could memorize the level after a while, the way the whole thing plays. But I haven't played it enough to do that yet. So you just have to play as if you know there is going to be a grate there. And try your very best to avoid it. Subscriber? Nope. Where'd the paper go? The paper animation disappeared for a second. Magical disappearing paper animation. Okay, this is a subscriber, so you can have one. And more papers. Is this a subscriber? No. So you get one of those stinky old free papers tossed in your driveway anyhow that tend to show up sometimes, and you have to go out and pick them up and throw them away, and they are a soggy, wet mess from sitting out in the elements, and it's so wonderful. I wouldn't really recommend playing this game on anything other than the default speed. As unplayable as this game is, I think it would be really unplayable if you were trying to play it fast like that. I mean, holy crap. We're doing it fast anyhow. We made it! We made it to the end! Here's the obstacle course in all its glory. And we actually hit one of the targets. Oh, okay, we could have used the jump on the right. I didn't know there was going to be a jump on the right. But there was, and we could have used it. Cancelled subscriptions! So I guess the right section is the beginning of the road, because I think we did miss the first house. Tuesday. So this should no longer be a subscriber, and it's not. But this should still be a subscriber, and it's not. Perhaps they didn't like the service their neighbor received, and so they canceled their subscription. Papers all over the place! You know, sneak through here. That's not the way you sneak through places. We are going to play one more time. One more time. Again, we didn't go to the left of the fence like I keep saying we should, but we still got the paper where it needs to go anyhow, so there. And then they're not a subscriber. Get all the way to the right of the road, on the road. No subscriber, but there is a car. There's a honker beepers. Honker the beep beeps. They're not a subscriber. Ah. They are. Okay, so it got to their door. That's good. That still counts. And them do a little bit of mischief. Just a little bit. No subscribity-bibbity here. I think this one is. Oh, that great. You know, you really should be able to ride over those things in your bike. Really. No subscription. None here. The only thing I can say is at least you do have an ample supply of newspapers. You're not really running out of them, so that's good, because sometimes in Paperboy, if you've played other versions, you run out of them like crazy. Okay, this is a subscriber. Take a paper. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Have one of those. Subscriber. Oh, they're not a subscriber anymore. We almost had a perfect record. But I actually did hit the button, and it didn't do anything. Well, that's gonna do it for this weird old DOS game. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, remember to subscribe. If you're watching this on VidMe, then following is wonderful and magic and appreciated and even encouraged. So tune in again next time for more fun.